Your mind can be your biggest enemy. It can be the one thing in this life that keeps you from the potential that you have on the other side of suffering. Because your mindset knows every single thing about you. It knows your weaknesses. It knows your thought patterns. It knows the loops of action that you take within the day. And your mind will use your own thoughts against you to try to take you off course. It's a complex game. And most of the time we lose. And it's because our minds know us more than we know ourselves. It's been helping us survive since we were a kid. It wants what's best for you, but it doesn't want the growth for you. It doesn't want you to push yourself and actually grow as a person. It wants you to stay where you are because it's comfortable. It's safe there. Why would you go and take the risk when you have comfortability where you're at right now? Your mind can work against you. But let me tell you, brother, if you can learn to flip it, if you can learn to battle through thought patterns and notice how your loops of action are running throughout your life and flip the table on your mind, you have 98% of your potential left on the other side. I truly believe we can do anything that we want on this earth. It all comes down to self-mastery. It all comes down to discipline and being able to do the things when we're suffering, when we're really deep in suffering and we don't want to do it anymore and we're really just done, that we pick ourselves back up and we push to that next level. That's when you start transurfing and creating the mindset of the best version of yourself. It's through the suffering, through the adversity. And the only way you can conquer your mind and get those thought loops down is by just paying attention to how you carry yourself throughout the day, right? Because most of the time there's one little step that you cave in that your mind just runs off of. Oh, I've already lost this area of today. Let's just go with this. You know, maybe your wake up was supposed to be at 5 a.m., but you had an alarm set for 5:14 and you miss that 5 and you're like, oh, it's just 14 minutes. I'm still waking up at 5. Your mind runs off that. Next thing you know, you're scrolling TikTok and you're like, oh, I've only scrolled a couple videos. Let's go till 30 minutes from now. Then 30 minutes from now, you see what I'm saying? Your thought patterns and the loops of action that go on in your life can be your best friend, but your biggest enemy. Those are the things that will keep you or propel you forward. And the biggest thing is, bro, of course you're not going to be able to control these every single day. But what you can do is improve from yesterday in one area. In one area. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're slacking on training, you didn't have a good workout, recover better in the evening. You know, maybe you didn't sleep well, sleep better the next night. You know, you can make small improvements that in the long run are going to create a whole different reality from you because you're consistently pushing your mind to the edge. You're consistently battling against yourself and you're winning. That's the biggest thing, bro. You have to win against yourself. It's not everybody else. It's not your parents. It's not your environment. Your environment is in here. Every little thing that you struggle with right now is because of your mindset. It's because you need to develop the tools to fight off those thought loops that send you down a deep spiraling hole. Because once you develop those tools that you can fall on, your systems, you no longer question your self-confidence. Because really, in reality, it just comes down to your confidence. How well do you feel that you can battle through that situation? And the only way to actually gain the self-confidence is to hurt, bro. Is to go through the pain. Is to fail and keep failing and keep suffering even more, even more. I've had a situation in my life right now where I'm questioning who I am and what I want to be. And it's like, I could fall on that and fall straight on my face. I could give up today. Or I can have the greatest comeback story ever. You can have the greatest comeback story ever if you take your pain and you lay it out on a table and realize There might be 100 people watching me right now, but the only person that's going to do the work is you. The only person that's really going to have your back through every little circumstance in your life is you. And that's the biggest thing, bro. If you don't trust yourself to almost push yourself through that adversity and push yourself through the hardships that you're going to face, you're really going to struggle, right? You're going to struggle because you're going to be constantly looking for external validation and constantly be looking for external advice that you're going to run further from yourself. You're going to run further from who you are as a person because you're taking advice from everybody else. So the only thing I can tell you right now is go to war against yourself. Truly, go to war against yourself. Make it a habit to wake up every single day at an uncomfortable hour. Make it a habit to wake up every single day and journal, even when your mind doesn't even feel like it can propel a thought forward. Make it a habit every single day to hop in that shower when it's 30 degrees and it's cold outside. And you start wondering, why am I doing this? Why am I, pushing myself when it doesn't even matter? Nobody's watching me, bro. I could stop right now. Those are the thoughts you gotta go to battle against. Those are the thoughts you have to win. Because the greatest enemy is your mind, is your mindset. That's why you could literally take a millionaire and put him in the street and he'd have it all back a year from then because of his mindset. It's not because of his situation. It's not because somebody's just giving him these things. It's because of his development. It's because of who you are as a person. That's what you're going to have to fall on, is your systems. What systems are you running in your day-to-day life to put you on a different mindset, to put you on a different battleground than the rest of the population, than the rest of the thoughts in your mind? That's what you got to fall on. Because there's not always going to be someone around to hold you accountable. There's not always going to be someone around to push you and pull you out of bed, bro. You got to do it yourself. You got to do it alone. You got to do it broke. You got to do it even when you're tired, when you don't even feel like you can get out of bed. Those are the days that matter the most. Those are the days where you win the day. Those are the days where you have to look around and thank God for even waking you up that day. You're so blessed. Think about it. You get to wake up every single day and eat food and strive to be the best version of yourself. You get to work out. You get to improve your physique and your mindset. You have every tool available on the planet. You are blessed. How blessed are we that we get to wake up every single day and correct the mistakes from yesterday? Get to correct your thought patterns, correct the loops that you have running through your mind, and ultimately shift into a different version of yourself. You should be changing every single month. And if you're not, you got to fall back on your systems. What can you do to push yourself even further? What can you do to show yourself that there's a whole nother route for you, but it's on the other side of pain and suffering? And winning those thought patterns. Trust me, bro, I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. But you just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. You can't give in to mediocrity. You can't give in to the version of you that wants to just give up, wants to just throw in the towel and like, why is God punishing me? Why is God doing these things to me? Bro, they're doing these things for you. He's doing those things to push you to the next level of your life because you're not going to do it yourself. You're not going to put enough pain in your life to actually shift your reality. He has to do it. That is why God is throwing so much adversity at you and so much pain, is to shift you into the man that you need to be, because you're not going to do it yourself. So he took it into his hands, and you won't understand it until you get to the other side of that pain and suffering, until you get to the best version of yourself that can handle those emotions and handle that adversity. That is why God is doing this. That is why you wake up every single day with the pain inside of you. It's because there's another version of you. You just have to tap into it through going through that pain. So you have to stay strong. You have to just keep trying. You have to be okay with failing and failing and failing over and over again. But I promise you, if you can just build your systems, if you can build a routine that'll keep you in a heightened state and keep you attacking, you will be on the front. You will be pushing forward for the rest of your life. I love you guys. Genuinely, if you watch this video to the end, I love you with all of my being, bro. Make sure to subscribe so you see me again. Like, book a call with me in the bio to build a Greek god physique and transform your mindset into the greatest version of yourself. We're getting after this together. I love you guys. We out, man. Peace.